Hello everyone, welcome to our Medieval Dynasty Survival Guide. We are finally going over the various mine locations on the Oxbow map. I already have one for the valley, which I will link in the description if you're playing that map instead and you're not quite sure where all the cave locations are. But today on Oxbow, that is what we're talking about. So the very first mine that we're going to cover is the one that is a part of the town Skauki, whatever however you want to say that. And what I love about this mine is that it's safe, right? It's literally like the mine that they themselves are mining. So you never have to worry about bandits spawning here or animals. It's just these guys, they're hanging out. And inside here, you also have access to iron. If I can find like a little node here, we'll see right there. So right from the jump, you could go ahead and start getting iron ore, and even if you don't have like a smithy to smelt it, you can at the very least, you know, sell that. The town's right there. Go ahead and sell it, you know. So love that mine. If you can build like a village close around this area, you know, you might be able to start off monetarily at least pretty strong. So that is our first mine, Skauki there. We're going to be heading north for the next one, so we'll just quick pause and I'll resume when we get there. We have reached our next location. We are a little bit west of, well, quite a bit west really, of Piastovia. You'll find this mine right here, kind of nestled within like this little mountain area. Just kind of like look for this big lake and then head up the path here, and you'll need to kind of like jump down a little bit, so be careful. And you'll find this this cave. Now there are two bears that kind of spawn down there. I don't know if we can find them before they find us. I don't think they're right there actually. So be careful. I would definitely say, since they spawn down there, maybe try to go from up top of the road there to down here if you want to avoid them. Or, you know, if you want to fight them, maybe just build like a little stick fence or something right here where they can't get you, and then, you know, go to town. All right, free meat. Well, not free, but you gotta work for it. But, you know, so kind of keep in mind that they are there. And then obviously this is just like a typical mine, and it is west of Piastovia. It's not too far from both these towns. So, you know, if you want to sell this or, you know, take it back to your village, you got plenty of room here. Where you could potentially build a village. It's a little bit rocky, so it might be a little bit hard, but you do have these two villages that you could, you know, very quickly trade to, which is pretty nice. So that is mine number 2. There are 7 total, so that's that one done. Let's go ahead and head to the third location. Here we are at mine, okay, whatever, number 3. This is a, well, just quick go to the map here. This is the location that we are at. It's basically kind of north of Piastovia, a little bit east of Klonica, and, you know, kind of close to this, like, swampy, sort of ruined of a village. I know a lot of people like to build on this island right here, so if you do that, you know, you have a mine that's really not too far, which is pretty great. So this is the mine. I haven't really encountered any problems here in regards to like bears or wolves kind of patrolling the area, especially if you live on that island over there. You know, you can just go in the water if you want, and boom, you're right there. And obviously this area itself seems pretty okay for like even like your own little village. You could definitely build like on this side of the shore if you wanted to, or even on top. So pretty great mine location for here. So we're going to go ahead and head to the 4th location now. Here we are at location number 4, which is right here on the map, basically kind of east of Piastovia. It's actually very close to the town. And I know a lot of people like to also kind of put their villages close to Piastovia. So if that's you, you have a pretty decent mine right here. If you want to like build around here, maybe, I don't know. I'm over here myself, but you know, this is a potential location for you to build by, I would say. And there aren't any kind of like problems here that I encountered. No bears or anything. So, you know, it's pretty easy to access. And then what I really like about this too is that it is really like a stone's throw from Piastovia, like literally right there. If I jump, you can kind of see the town even. So, you know, what you could do if you need a little bit of money, right? Just come to this mine it out, and then just like run on over to Piastovia and sell it, and you got yourself, you know, a pretty you've made a good amount of coin, you know, just for doing that once every season, right, or so. So pretty great for that. So that's the fourth mine. We've got 3 more to go, so we're gonna head to mine 5 now. Here we are at mine number 5, and this is another very popular one that I've seen in regards to villages. I know a lot of people like to make their village because there's a beautiful waterfall. The mine is right here. You got this interesting river. I have built here before myself, before I started a new map and moved my village elsewhere because I wanted to try a different area out. But this is obviously this mine here. If you want to come to this area, you're going to need to head southeast of Piastovia, or I guess southwest of Ostoya, however you want to look at that. It's like right here, kind of like this is the water we have here. The waterfall is right there. There's the bridge, and then the cave is right there. Now, this is another cave that I do love because obviously you can very easily make a village here, and you have access to a mine like all the time, which is amazing. But also, it's safe here. Like bandits will spawn you know, further down there. I have seen that before. But when regards to like the actual mine, you know, other than maybe bandits setting up here now and then, you don't have to worry about bears. Don't worry about the predators or anything like that. They don't spawn here. So that just makes accessing this mine even better. And then also it is pretty close to Piastovia. Like it's really not too far away. So you can always do some easy trading there. It's also pretty close to Ostoya. So you have 2 kind of like close by trade partners that you can very easily sell some of your ore or your items to, you know, without taking too much of your day for that, which is, you know, very nice. So let's go on to our 6th mine location. Here we are at mine number 6, and this here area, if we kind of go right there, we go. I call this kind of like north, slightly east of Ostoya. It's by this kind of like water system right there, and you literally just kind of have to follow this path, and then eventually kind of like keep an eye out to your right, and you'll find this area. Now there are, it is pretty safe here. Like I haven't really found any bears. You might maybe encounter some like on the journey over, but there's no bears actually stationed outside of this cave. So it's pretty easy to, you know, to get stuff. And then, you know, this area is pretty big. It's pretty decent. There's also some treasure for me to get soon. Yay. So, you know, if you wanted to potentially build a village, you could. It is a little, you know, mountainy. It's got some slopes. You might have some difficulties, but if you plan your village out, you know, you could potentially build here, I would say. Now, the kind of like downside is that this is far away from the other villages, so like trading might be a little bit rough, so I wouldn't really recommend that if you wanted to mostly use your ore to sell. Unless unless you don't mind the run, obviously, or you have a horse or something. But in terms of just like, you know, of getting it and safety and all that, you know, pretty decent location. So we're gonna go to our final mine location right now. We have made it to the last mine location, which is right about, funny enough, it's actually very close to the other mine. This is, again, kind of like further north of Ostoya. It's right here where you're gonna head. And the thing about this one is, it's, again, I haven't encountered any like problems here. It's been pretty safe. It's right kind of like on the edge of like the map, if you will. So you're gonna have to be a little bit careful of that if you want to build here, because you might run into like that invisible wall kind of thing where they're like, oh, you want to stay in in Oxbow, don't leave, kind of thing. So, you know, kind of be aware of that if you do want to build here. It is out of the way. I mean, the closest, like kind of like the other one, like this is like not close to any of the villages, so it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle if you want to just like take your stuff to sell. But obviously, if you're just taking it to your village, you know, that might not be as big of a problem depending on where your village is. So that is the last mine location. That's all 7 of them. Hopefully you have one that's close by or that you can easily access. And like I said, quite a few of them are very ideal for village locations themselves. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about your mine. Which, if you have a favorite one or one that you know, your go-to mine, do let me know what it is. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.